Black Stars not going to the AFCON. There's nothing bigger than that. There's nothing bigger than the
this
Black
thing
Stars.
right now doesn't hit hard enough.
In the year
When like we see people wearing their kente and their agbada and they are like boarding the plane and they are all doing their like departure shenanigans, that is when it will hit you.
So the Black Stars not going to the AFCON is the biggest story, the biggest one of them all, because we all didn't see it coming, especially as we had been to the AFCON so many times. Remember, we hadn't missed an edition of the AFCON since 2004. So after 2004, we've been to every single AFCON, but the performances started to decline at a point. But going was not the issue. It was going there to do well. And so when the qualifying series started, we all thought, okay, Sudan, Niger, and then which other team?
Angola.
Yeah,
Awoof.
With 2 teams being picked out of 4.
Charlie.
And Niger having to play home away from home. Sudan having to play home away from home.
So we all thought that, yes, there may be a few difficult games here and there, but ultimately 9 points, 10 points, and we'll be off to the AFCON. But the story was far from a rosy one. And in the end, we saw what happened. We played 6 games. We didn't win any. We scored 3 goals. And in the process, we even sacrificed home records because we lost for the first time at the Baba Yara Stadium in 24 years or so.
Yeah.
And it was just a pity. It was just really sad watching this Black Stars collapse before our very own eyes. And seeing a very nonchalant response from the GFA boss Keto Kweku, and the said video, the rant, and it's Niger. And half of them won't get into my team, that kind of stuff. Susu knows how to do it really well.
Come on, guys. It's Niger.
He sounded exactly like Keto Kweku.
And then ultimately we lose at home to Niger. Final day, it's just pathetic.
Shout out to Sosa.
Played us off. Charlie. Shout out to Sosa.
Charlie. So it's just
He had more fans in the stadium than the Black Stars.
I'm telling you.
So for me, that's the biggest
story.
The biggest story, the biggest one. Black Stars not making it to the AFCON, and it was so big that it caught on in the US. They were discussing it on CBS. Jonathan Wilson, the venerable Jonathan Wilson,
Nigel De Jong, I remember.
Nigel Rio Coker,
sorry.
The venerable Jonathan Wilson actually wrote a column in The Guardian. Looking at everything that was happening in England at the time, he wrote a column in The Guardian about the Black Stars.
How we had fallen off.
And said we had been careless.
We're actually very lucky that because of the war in Sudan, a lot of people were focusing on the Sudan fairy tale rather than talking about our failure.
So there's no story bigger than that. Ghana missing out on the AFCON is sad, embarrassing, but it was the biggest story of 2024.
I'll try and be more positive. I'll try and balance it out. I'll say let's give a shout out to Dreams FC for their run in the CAF Confederation.
That's a good one.
Because we've had Ghanaian teams really struggle in the continent, really struggle to make a mark. Look, they didn't win it, but getting to the semi-final is an achievement. It's a strong performance, and we need to see more of that from our teams. We don't see it enough.
That's a good one.
It's been years since that happened, but because there's so much bad stuff. I just want to talk. Because serious, if you talk about
you have to dig deep for one positive story.
Because I was thinking to myself, Dreams FC. This is one positive thing we can talk about for Ghanaian football. I mean, it's not amounted to much in the long term, but it's just a positive. It's a bright spot in an otherwise very dirty and disgusting year, to be frank. So let's give a shout out to the Dreams FC guys.
Okay,
they did very well.
Yeah.
And like we said, we want to see our teams perform better in Africa because. I remember very clearly when we had the Hearts of Oak, debacle after they won the league and they tried to go to Africa and there was no food for the players and some other. It was embarrassing. So let's give a shout out to Dreams FC for kind of having a proper African campaign, getting things right and actually getting decent results. We have to give them a shout out.
Bless up, and big ups to Dreams FC. Big ups to Karim Zito, aka the tracking and getting free guy. alongside our own friend
Aminu Shado.
Shado and Winfred Dormon, Dreams FC people.
Shado ya pay you then chair me. It don't why na can laka.
Oh, congratulations to Aminu, actually.
Congrats.
Yes. Aminu got married, I think, a couple of days ago.
He didn't invite me.
no,
It was
that's
very
fine.
bad on his part. Very bad.
Don't do that.
Oh, it's very bad. He's a very good brother. I'm telling him here that it was very bad for him not to have extended an invitation.
Aminu Shado, you see, hold on. You see, no, if in fact, this one is direct. We are moving to him now. In fact, you are our friend. You used to walk into our studios without
without even invitation.
You didn't invite us to your wedding. It's fine. We are not offended. Do the needful.
That is all.
Just do the needful. We won't tell you what to do, but
Just
do the
do the
needful.
needful.
Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah, let me come to you on your biggest local story of 2024.
Biggest local story. Well, you didn't say story, so I'll just stick to one. It has to be the Olympics.
The Olympics.
Yeah, Ghana's
Okay.
performance at the Olympics.
I see.
Yeah, Ghana's performance at the Olympics.
How many athletes
Yeah.
did we even take?
How many athletes? We took 2 swimmers. We took
About 8.
4.
Did we take 8?
Charlie.
We took 4.
8 athletes to an Olympics.
Yeah, 8 athletes. Yeah, we took 4. The 4x1.
The relay team.
The relay team. There was Rosie Abua, the high jumper. So that's 6. Then there was another.
Had like a
I think we were 7. Yeah,
Okay.
8, 7. Yeah, I think it was
somewhere in
8.
that range.
Yeah, 8 athletes. Yeah, and the fact that
No boxer qualified.
yeah, no boxer qualified.
No
and
boxer qualified
the
for the
way
Olympics.
it all happened, the way it all played out. I mean, the swimming, yeah, it was a little bit of a step too far. You know, like to realistically believe that, yeah, we will be able to get to the medal zone and all. But the disappointment came in the high jump. Rosie Abua, her issue that we couldn't get her coach to be with her through the process, knowing very well that she went into that particular competition as one of the best high jumpers in the world, not in Africa, in the world. And some way, somehow, we couldn't make that arrangement for her to get the proper coaching to be able to excel on that platform.
Yeah.
Knowing very well that even the best of the best of the best athletes, seasoned pro athletes, and she's quite young. She just came out of university. Even those guys need their coaches by their side every step of the way.
True.
And we couldn't get practically our best shot at winning a medal at the Olympics, her coach to be beside her to help her. Then we had this issue of the baton.
Boy.
The baton dropping again, baton exchange issues. And that led to our disqualification in the 4x100 relay. And so that for me was a very big disappointment, knowing very well that we could have easily solved it. But once again, something very solvable, something quite simple. We managed to complicate the issue, and it ended up being an embarrassing situation for us. We didn't have a proper psychologist in that contingent. We said it here, and what we got in response was, oh yeah, a former athlete can pick up that slack as a team psychologist. But the person's profile does not have him as a certified psychologist. How do you then show him into that role? You need a psychologist in that team. And on top of that, they didn't have Rosie Abue's coach on that team. That for me was very disappointing. And yeah, the Olympics, once again, we failed to show
Big
up.
disaster.
Big
disaster.
disappointment.
Coach.
No more. For me, it's a litany
Oh, Charlie.
of things on one object.
I'm a Catholic, so if you say litany, you have taken me down some lane.
You understand? The AFCON was played this year, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah,
it was.
January, February.
It was. It seems like such a long time
Yeah,
ago.
it was
It
January.
was played this year. The Black Stars' inability to step out of the group.
Yep.
The running away of Chris Hutton.
I know nobody towed.
The very unfortunate appointment of Coach Otto Addo and this technical team. Very, very unfortunate. And that finally making sure that the Black Stars failing to qualify to the next AFCON. The next AFCON that I believe will be the biggest Because if you have followed every AFCON tournament, it's gotten better
And better.
year after
And Morocco will serve you the
year.
best.
Class.
Oh,
Are they not going to be co-hosting the World Cup in some
They-
few years?
they are.
with Spain and
So
Portugal,
it tells you
2030.
what we will be missing. It tells you what we will be missing. And for me, not having the Black Stars to be at that tournament where people like you, people like myself, and the entire nation would have capitalized on that to make sure those who earn some proper living will earn some proper living. Those who will use it to market themselves to the world will use it to market themselves to the world. And what is so painful is the fact that some of us saw this coming when we organized the biggest sporting demonstration in this country, the only. It has never happened before.
I think that's a highlight.
Big one. I was about to
I think
mention
that's a
that.
highlight.
And I was there.
That just features in
That's
my
all
biggest
journalists
stories.
fronted a demonstration.
Demonstration
Yeah.
in this country on our sports. And the timing of the demonstration we thought would have allowed the decision makers to see the challenge ahead based on the disgrace we have encountered, for them to fix it. They decided they will not do anything about it. From the Parliament of Ghana to the Jubilee House of Ghana to the Football Association of Ghana. You see the Black Star struggles. I put all these bodies together and blame them.
Oh yeah.
Mane mi aywe anokwale, because what you anokwale war no parliament they are trying to do their ex gratia apa party bill ni ajache. But that which concerns the ordinary Ghanaian, that which brings all of us together as one, when we petitioned, we gave the petition to the Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana. We submitted a petition to the Jubilee House of Ghana. The Ghana Football Association got their petition. They wanted to liaise and corner us in their zone. We say we will not meet in your zone. Let's do it neutral. We want all the media house to be part of that meeting. They felt we were not, or we didn't have any good intention. So Nicodemously, oh, don't mind them. It will die down. It will die down. It will die down. Then it went dead. Not knowing that the true picture of your incompetence will reveal itself in the AFCON qualifiers. No more. It is with pain. It is with pain, proper pain and grief, that some of us sit here today and highlight that. You see, such failure is being highlighted. Normally, when you say what was your highlight of the year,
You want to talk
The,
about
the, word,
positive
the,
stuff.
word, the word high. High is inside.
oh no, you want to talk about
What are
things-
your top stories of
Exactly.
That's why
2024?
this one is low light.
You don't want to refer to something that is so embarrassing and so disgraceful. But unfortunately, like Nathan said, you cannot look at the year under review
And bypass it.
and bypass that one.